All right, so we're back in the saddle here. I'm just continuing to work our way west towards, well, where Beardmore is. We're not going all the way to Beardmore. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I got a little rock cut coming up here, so I'll talk to you a little bit about the rock cut and then we'll go from there. Again, one of those goofy days where I've got my sleeves rolled up and then the wind blows and then it's like, oh, it's cold. So here we're going through a little rock cut again. A few little rock cuts on this section here, which is kind of surprising because we're kind of in the valley of the Blackwater River. So a lot of other areas you don't really see a lot of rock work. So here you can see there's a little bit here and some ties down here. And here it gets a little higher, so maybe in the, I don't know, 10-foot range, a little higher. But here again, you can see the issues with this rock, how soft it is, how it's almost sort of shaly, like where it's kind of coming apart. This wasn't an area of concern. It wasn't sort of marked on railway documentation as an area where, you know, crews should watch out for this. But as we're going to see, there's more examples of that where we've seen some collapse. So here we have another culvert. It's a modern culvert, but there is a marker. And the marker says $66.47, which is 16.77 on the original lines. All right, let's keep going here. So again, lots of telegraph poles that we're going to see. For some reason I marked this one. I'm not seeing it though. Now we rode by it already. Must have not been that important. Okay, so we have another culvert here. This one is a segmented concrete one. And the mileage is 66.62, and that's the mileage on the original line. So for the for the Kinghorn subdivision, for the original lines, that would be 16.92. So we'll hop down and take a look at that. All right, so we've made our way down below the level of the grade. So here you can see this small diameter concrete culvert. Kind of the flange has been sort of deteriorated a bit. It's only like a 3-footer. This is about as close as I can get. It's all kind of wet and sort of swampy here. It's not really much of a water flow here, and we've kind of had a wet spring, so probably most of the time this is going to be kind of dry. Okay, let's hop the grade and go take a look at the other side. Okay, so you can see the north side of the culvert, and the water's flowing to the north towards the Blackwater River. It's really difficult to kind of get in here and see anything. There's a lot of sediment that's plugging up the culvert. You can see there's just a little bit of water flow that's coming out. You can see there has been some deterioration. So I can see one of the joints is coming apart there. Okay, so let's hop back up on the grade and just continue our journey. All right, let's get going again. We're literally going from culvert to culvert here. Our next stop is coming up in a few hundred meters at another culvert. So just enjoy this little cut that we're riding through here. All right, next culvert. So yet again, another concrete culverts. I don't think I've seen a section with so many concrete culverts on it. Usually they're pulled up and replaced, but I guess if they're working okay, they leave them in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop down and go take a look at that. Okay, so we made our way down below the level of the grade. We're probably a good, I don't know, 10 feet or more down. So what we have here is we have a fairly large diameter concrete culvert. It's got to be 4-5 foot. I don't know. It looks pretty big. Maybe just because it's sort of sticking up high out of the ground. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. I don't know if you can make it on the camera, but there's essentially the metal strapping, the metal reinforcement bars along the side, and I can see sort of metal strapping at the joints. The flange here is a little bit deteriorated. You can see some of the reinforcing steel kind of sticking out of it. Okay, so we'll hop the grade and go take a look at what's happening on the other side. The dog wants to go adventuring through the culvert. Okay, so we made our way down here on the north side of the grade. You can see the culvert opening. Again, looks like it's in pretty good shape. Does seem like there's a bit of undermining that's happening. I don't know if you can see it. The dog's on top of it now, but actually I could see some timber in there. So I don't know if that was something that fell in there or if the timber was used to kind of reinforce the bottom of the, what is she doing? Reinforce the bottom of the culvert there to keep it from eroding. There's something metal on the other side there. I don't know what that is. That looks kind of interesting. I don't know if I'm going to go over there and take a look at that. There is a telegraph pole hiding in there as well. So we do kind of get a little bit of a 2-for-1 in here. Okay, so we'll hop back up on the grade and just continue making our way west. Okay, so let's get going again. We just a short little jaunt here. Our next stop is coming up just right up there. There's going to be a little open area that's going to pop up here, and then we're going to see our next point of interest. I don't know if maybe you can see it already. I can see it. So here we have the milepost 67 marker. This one is still standing. So again, that is the mileage on the Kinghorn. And so for the original lines, we have to subtract the 49.7 miles, and that gives us 17.3. So that would be milepost 17.3 on the original line. Does have its obligatory bullet hole in it. Here you can actually see the remains of a telegraph pole, and really interestingly, the only reason why this is here is because otherwise it would be, somebody would have taken it. Let me take the helmet off here so I can show you properly. So you have a piece of crossbeam here with an insulator on it. I've never seen one of these on the line. This is a Hemingway. It looks like a CD 143 style, but it's a different style of Hemingway. It's cracked, it's broken, that's why it's still here, but it's a Hemingway number 21. And again, I've never seen that. Never seen anyone like this on this line. This is a, so far it's a one-off. I've been over a lot of this line, and you do miss stuff from time to time, but I've never seen one of these. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump back up on the bike, and we're just gonna continue plugging along to the west.